excited to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here.
It's been ages since I've seen you. Last time I saw you was, over a year ago when we were shooting the Lemonade Dog, first campaign we did to raise money on Kickstarter. And then I've been watching what you've been doing since then, and you're absolutely killing it. Like killing it. What's going on? Tell me.
Yeah, so I've been, I have just started my own label, which is called Trash Like You. I make music as well, so I've been just writing for other artists for ages, and I felt like I was like ready to put some of my own stuff out.
So before we start, probably this is the perfect moment to show you your mandala. I just don't want to look it over.
Oh wow! Oh, that's beautiful.
Let me get some pens.
Oh, that's got Trash Like You there. Amazing.
Yeah, it's got Trash Like You.
So
So one of the things we're going to be talking about, hopefully today, is obviously this is the brain.
A lot going on.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah.
A little bit like me, my brain is not stop. So yeah, this is kind of, obviously when I read your interview in Busy magazine, you spoke a lot about overcoming your ADHD. Talk to me about everything, but maybe we should start from the beginning.
Yeah, so I, obviously, with anyone who has ADHD, you're born with it. But what often happens is girls with ADHD, the symptoms present, I'm not amazing at multitasking, which is
Okay,
so I've got to stop and then colour.
So that's fine. I'll colour in whilst you chat, and then when I chat. Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of the time with girls and ADHD, their symptoms present totally differently to boys.
Yeah.
Most people, you know, when they think about ADHD, they think about like a 7-year-old boy who's running around super hyper.
Yeah.
But most of the time with girls, it's like you can be super hyper in your brain.
Yeah, it presents physically.
Yeah, and so most of the time it would present in like being really daydreamy or being really ditzy, just not being able to focus, being really forgetful. But at the same time, one of the main things with ADHD is a lot of people have hyperfocus, which is something I've got. So if you are interested in something, it's not just...
It's everything.
It's like completely consumes you to the point where you can't then think about anything else.
Yeah.
So it's like at school, I would be really like highly achieving and doing super well in anything I was interested in. And if I wasn't interested in it, it was like nothing. I couldn't, I wouldn't even know the teacher's name. And so, and like actually wouldn't even know the teacher's name. Actually. But so, obviously, teachers and even parents and just people assume that it is just like laziness.
A
choice completely.
Yeah, and then did you get in trouble with that?
Yeah. And it was
and that must be so frustrating.
So frustrating because it always, people just assumed that I wasn't willing to learn and stuff, that actually I just wasn't able to. So I basically became like, couldn't, articulate and like prove to people that I was trying and that these things weren't my fault, and so I became really depressed. And again, like with most girls, a lot of the time people just assume it is depression or anxiety.
Yeah.
And
it's not actually from something.
Yeah, and I think depression can come from it if it is undiagnosed.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever actually had depression.
No, you're just dealing with the symptoms that you have.
Yeah.
Then you said something earlier that was crazy to me, that the average age of females that get diagnosed with ADHD is 30 years old.
Is 30, yeah.
And
and for boys it's like 7.
When did you realise, okay, this is too much now? You said you touched on like depression and anxiety. So when was that and how?
So that was just before I got diagnosed. And I guess where I've always been creative and always done different projects and started different things, but with ADHD a lot of the time it would feel like I'd start these things and I'd have all these ideas, but to maintain like the focus to actually complete them was near enough impossible.
Yeah.
So I got to a point where I kind of just felt like I failed because I'd start these things and have so much like drive to do them initially and then wouldn't be able to go any further with them. So with ADHD you have and produce less dopamine than someone with a neurotypical brain.
Okay, so explain what that means.
So dopamine isn't just your happiness, it's also you being able to pay attention, you being able to have impulse control, blah blah blah. And so
you produce
less Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, unfortunately, lots of good things do give you dopamine. Also, lots of bad things give you dopamine.
Yeah. Did you feel like at one point you kind of probably turned to like alcohol, drugs, party?
Yeah, 100%. Just anything that would like give me that like dopamine for that time being. And you know, even things like, even if then I was kind of having a good day and something had gone well.
Yeah.
Because like anyone, if you have if you went to a meeting and it went really well and so you have to like buzz off a bit, same as any other person, you would get like a rush of dopamine. But where then I wouldn't be used to having that feeling, I couldn't like let go of it. So it'd be like, and then I had to continue and do something else and do this and probably go and get super drunk and drugs and all of these things. I couldn't like let go of that feeling of like having that.
Yeah.
And now obviously on medication, I don't feel like that.
So once you then got on the medication, and that's obviously where you started getting super productive with all your creativeness that you've had. So you told me that you have been creative since you were, well, this is your thing, right?
Yeah, I've always like made things, and once I was then on the medication, I was able to like really kind of think about what exactly it was that I wanted to do. After like years of writing songs for other people, I want to just purely make stuff for myself. So I launched Trash Like You Records. I had a party like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then in 2 weeks' time, I have Trash Like You presents Ladies to the Front, which is like an all-girl DJ, and there's 3 girl DJs and 2 live acts. And then
I'll be there.
Yes. Amazing. And then I am putting out my first 4-track EP. The EP is called Purple, because I have colour synesthesia, so that means I think of words as colours a lot of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So when I realised I had it, I was like 10, and someone bought me a pack of underwear, and it had the days of the week. And I said to my mum, like, they got the days and the colours wrong. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, Wednesday's not orange. And then obviously I realised, not everyone
sees orange as Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what did you think Wednesday was?
Green.
So is Wednesday's green for you?
Yeah.
Fab.
But so
what's Friday?
Friday's like dark blue.
Oh my god, this is fab.
They said all of this.
What, have you got a pink day?
No, there's no pink day.
Is it yellow day?
Yeah, Monday's yeah.
Okay, wait, so Lemonade Dolls is a Monday day.
A Monday day, yeah.
It is.
But so that's the EP's called Purple. So it's 4 songs and about 4 different relationships. But yeah, they're all to me the words of purple. So yeah, purple.
Amazing. So one thing I found really interesting, being in the music industry as well, when we were saying in your Physic Mag interview, is how you often compared yourself to other people in the industry when you were younger, and how that was a really big problem for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is something that doesn't have to be in the music industry. I've definitely suffered from that. I feel like girls generally suffer from that, whether they're in music or not, whether they're in social media, trying to copy models, trying to copy this like perfect like beauty image that's portrayed in our media all the time. And I found it really interesting when you said that when you were younger, you were constantly kind of battling with yourself on trying to conform to what other people's journeys were, or other people were doing, and trying to find your kind of individuality and the strength to be you.
Yeah. I would always watch other people's like journeys, or how they were getting to places, or how they were like developing in their careers and stuff. And it always felt like I was like not moving at the same pace. Things don't happen in the same way for everyone. Why would they?
Yeah.
And also
Not
things that
really
happen
boring.
Really boring. And things that have to happen in the same time frame as everyone else. For some people things happen overnight. For most they don't.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah. And also
Very mature now.
gosh, we are so
myself. I sound so grown up.
What was the fire behind your drive? Like when you felt, rubbish through the whole ADHD situation and stage of your life, and then that depression and the anxiety. What was the thing that kind of kept you picking yourself back up and killing it, and to a point where you are now? Where you are.
I guess the main thing for me is probably one of the main things that make me feel better when I don't feel good is being creative, is making things. So I kind of felt like I couldn't ever let go of that wanting to make things. And I think as well, the main thing is that I get more upset with the rest of the world than myself on a personal level.
What do you mean?
As in, the fact of how a lot of young girls do see themselves.
Yeah.
The fact of how things are. I recently did a show, and one of the male promoters there assumed that the label stuff wouldn't be me, it would be one of the guys at that. And things like that happen all the time, and I think you can kind of be like, oh my god, this hurts, why do people not take me seriously? Or you can go, actually whatever, I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing. Yeah. And the fact is, it is a constant thing, and if you let it get too much, then you're not helping to change those things.
100%.
So,
question: what does beauty mean to you?
It means to me, I guess, feeling like yourself, even in wherever you are, like what circumstance or what job or all of the places that you would go and whatever. I feel most beautiful when I'm most comfortable and feel most like how I feel like I'm supposed to feel. Yeah. And I think just feeling like yourself, just feeling like me, for you, for you.
And last question.
Yeah.
What do you want to go on your slogan pants?
My body, my business. Yeah.
We haven't had any vodka yet. So I'm so happy people here.